Just going to take you through our habitation service. It's come to that time of year when the habitation service is due, and I'm going to explain a little bit about what a habitation service is, what I do to prepare for it. I had to think, what do they do on a habitation service and why do you need one? Well, I suppose the first and probably the most important reason is that the motorhome comes with a 10-year body shell warranty. So if I get any leaks or anything, you've got to fulfil the terms of the warranty. And one of the things, of course, it says in the warranty is that you need a habitation service. So for me, that's probably the biggest reason for doing a habitation service, certainly on a newer van. A lot of the things that they check on a habitation service, I think the competent DIYer could probably do with the right equipment. So I'm just going to have a look at the last list that I got, the check sheet from the previous service. So here it is. So what do? They check the gas, the regulator gas hose. They carry out a gas check, and that's probably quite important. Sometimes you might have a leak that you don't know about. They look at the pipe work. They look at the flame failure devices. That's to stop the gas flowing if there's a flame out, if the gas hob suddenly cuts out. They check the LPG tank. They check gas dispersal holes. Those are the holes for drainage, to allow, not drainage, for to allow the gas to escape, basically. They look at the appliances, the cooker, the heater, the fridge, and they check the operation of the water heater. Also worth mentioning, it's not a service for fridge and heater, it is just a check. They look at the 12-volt electrics, check that it's been charged by the engine. They check the operation of the fridge, the interior lights. They look at the leisure battery, check it's not moving about. If you need to top up the electrolytes, they lubricate the terminals. They check the wiring and fuses. If you've got a step, they check that, electric step. They check the awning light and the road lights. On the mains, they look at the input plug. They look at the hookup cable. So it's best that if you leave the hookup cable in the van. They check the earth bonding, metal surfaces bonded. They check the RCD, the residual circuit breakers, and they test those. They look at the socket outlets and they carry out a polarity test to make sure that they're not reversed. Why they would be, I don't know. They look at the appliances, if there's things like air conditioning or anything like that. Then they look at the water, so you've got to check the water pump, the pressure switch, the heater, the taps, micro switch and valves, the pipes, the water filter. They check for any leaks and replace the filter if necessary. The wastewater, the toilet. They drain it down. I've drained the van down anyway, but they drain it down anyway, and it's always good in the winter to do that. They look at the ventilation. They check for obstructions. Any adjustable ventilators, that will be things on the roof as well. Roof lights. So if you've got any things like smoke alarms, you check that. Fire extinguisher if it's available, fire blanket. They look at the roof. They check the seals and condition of the roof, the flue for the gas boiler. They check the body panels and any sealing condition. The door locks, check they work. Body attachments, check security. The floor, check that's not delaminated, in other words coming up. They check the cab seat swivel. Okay. They look at the furniture, check the conditions and the stays, the hinges, the catches. Window seals and blinds. Rising roof if there is one, if you've got a camper van. And they do a damp test, and that's really one of the main conditions for having this habitation, is that they check for damp, and that is really important. You don't want damp starting out, and if it does start out, you want to be able to do something about it fairly quickly. They check corner steadies if they're available, and they look at the underslung tanks and pipes. So it's actually quite a lot of work that they do on the habitation service, and it's quite expensive as well. I thought it was a bit expensive last time we had it done, so I'm just going to make sure we're prepared for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out the caravan part of the motorhome, So we're going to clear the beds and the covers, and I'm going to empty all the lockers, so they can actually get to all the places where they need to test damp. And they do ask you when you come to do the come to bring the van in for the habitation service to make sure all the lockers are empty. So I'm going to do that. It's also a chance to have a look at all that junk that you've been carrying around for a year and that you've never used. I'm a great one for buying things that shows things, well, that looks useful, and then finding that actually I didn't use it. So I take the opportunity to have a good chuck out as well. So I'm just going to film that. I'll probably speed it up so I won't bore you to death, but you get an idea what's going on. Right, that's the bedding. I'm going to take that in, get that washed, and then come back and carry on. Right, that's the crockery, so again we're going to get that washed with the dishwasher. Some things that you didn't even know you had. Aha! Found my spoon. I've been looking for that for ages. Rubbish you find at the bottom of the cupboard, a load of dog biscuits. I don't know if they've been in there. Another one in there somewhere. Yeah. But we'll hoover all the cupboards in. I'm going to leave the front of it, that area, so we're not servicing that bit. Always find a bit of pipe. Why do you always find a bit of pipe? So that's a bit rubbish. Right, let's have a look. Come out. Look. Right, that's the top lockers emptied. Start with the bottom lockers. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm leaving the electric lead in there because they need to check the operation of that. Most of the stuff in the van. Isn't it amazing how much stuff you can carry with you? I struggled to see which bits to leave out, but we'll have another look at it before we finish. Quick whiz around with the vacuum cleaner, and just going to get the carpets out now and then have a little final dust round. I'm going to leave the carpets out till we've had the Habitation service, and I'm then probably going to shampoo the carpets and put them back, and all be nice and clean for the spring, or at least until we go to Moffat in December. Right, got the carpets out, just going to give a dust round. Still a load of dust everywhere. This will get strapped under the carpets, so I'm going to go around with that. Just clean the fridge as well. I tend to use the bathroom cleaner on the fridge, it seems to work quite well. for its floor wipes. That's it. Fan's all ready for its habitation service. Clean on the outside and clean on the inside. And empty on the inside, more importantly. So there we go. Right, I've got all the vans sorted now for the habitation service. It's also having an MOT. They're going to change the oil, the brake fluid and the fluid in the Audi wet central heating, so that's all sort of ready to go. That's next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's end of the year, it's getting a bit cold outside, so we're sort of thinking about what we're doing next year. So you've been doing a bit of planning, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. Well, we normally go with 2 other couples, don't we, on some of our tours?
Yeah.
And some we do on our own. So I've been putting together a list of days we're going on our own, days we're going with one of the other couples, and then days when we're all 6 of us are going.
Right.
So it was, you know.
So you've got a printout?
So I've got a printout, yeah. So
this is from your database?
I've done a database, yeah.
Yeah.
I've sort of divided it up into months, you know, what we plan to do in January, February, March, April and May.
Yeah.
So in January we're going to...
Do you want to have a look? Show the viewers. You see that? Alright.
Yeah, so January we're going to Burrs Country Park, aren't we,
Yeah.
for 4 nights, and our friends are joining us for 3.
Yeah.
February we've got the shows.
Yeah.
Got the Glasgow show, so we're going to stay at Strathclyde Country Park, aren't
Yeah.
we, for that? And then the NEC show,
The February show.
we're going to Somers Wood again, where we
Right.
went last time.
Alright.
Then in March, Poppy,
Come on.
in March we've got another show, haven't we, to start off what
Yeah.
we're doing in March.
Yeah.
That's at Harrogate.
Yeah.
So we did that last year, didn't we? Stayed at the Harrogate Caravan Park.
Yeah.
And then we're going for Easter to an adult-only site near Berwick.
Yeah.
So in between Harrogate and Berwick, we're going to go to Barnard Castle again, aren't we?
Right.
Because we liked it there.
Yeah.
And we're going with Aileen and Bob to Harrogate, Barnard Castle with Glyn and Sharon, and then we're all going to Chain Bridge.
Right.
Right? So April, we're more or less on our own, going to Ferry Meadows, because that's down at
Yeah.
Peterborough.
Poppy, would you sit down? Just
Then
look at the camera.
in
Yes.
May, we've
Yeah.
got our big Scottish tour, haven't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
And
well,
the highlight of that is because going to Harris.
Yeah,
Lewis
Harrison
and
Lewis.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I booked the ferry because I want to make sure, you know,
Yeah.
we can get on there.
Yeah.
So I booked the ferry for early May. So we're sort of going to do a tour going up to get there, including Bunbury and Morvick.
Yeah.
And then after we come back, we're going to have 1 night stopping on Skye.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back over, go up to Kinlochew,
Yeah.
which we've been to before, and then go up that northwest coast. But we're not going to go all the way around. We're going to come back down to Altnahara, where we haven't managed to stay before, have we?
No.
And then down to Grandtown on Spey.
Poppy, leave the camera. Oh, God. We. Sorry about that.
Grandtown on Spey, and then what we're thinking of doing is there's a Trossachs Country Park, is it?
Trossachs Country Park, yeah.
Yeah. Where you can get a permit to go with your motorhome or your camper van.
Yeah.
So we can't apply for that until 8 weeks before. So we're planning. Obviously, we'll have to do that nearer the time.
Yeah.
We're planning 2 nights doing that, and then 2 nights at Moffat's, and then come home.
Right.
So that's quite a nice tour we've got for May. Then June, we're going to the Cotswolds, aren't we?
Yep.
We've got Mawson in Marsh. Then we're coming back from the Cotswolds to Chapel Lane.
Yep.
So we're going to spend a bit more time there looking around Birmingham and the area. And then back to Chester Fair Oaks
Yep.
for 4 nights. So we can go into North Wales again.
I guess
And of course go shopping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, must go shopping again.
Then in September, we've got nothing planned at the moment for July or August, have we? Because we don't know quite what's happening. We might have some friends come to stay, or we might do some decorating, or we might plan a massive tour and go away again.
Yeah.
But the next tour we've got planned after that is September, which we've already booked, haven't we?
Yeah, most of it, haven't we?
Yeah, booked all the sites through the Caravan and Motorhome Club.
Yeah.
And we're going to France, aren't we? Luxembourg, Germany, the Netherlands, then back to Belgium for the last few days in Ypres.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that takes us through to September. October, we're already booked up at Summers Wood to go to the NEC show again.
Yeah.
Then in November, well, sort of from Halloween over the bonfire, firework time, we're going to Meathop Fell, aren't we?
Yeah.
And various other ones of our friends are joining us for some of the days, or the end of the week, or the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Round to Hogmanay again next year. We might go to Moffat. We're not committed yet, are we, to that?
No.
Yeah, so that's more or less it. So I've got a list of some of the sites, obviously I've booked already. Some of the ones I couldn't book already, I've got a list ready for me to book them when I can.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're not very well organised.
No, no idea where we're going.
No, we just go on the spur of the moment.
Yeah, well, you see, what we sometimes do is we book the bulk of the tour, don't we?
Yeah.
And then we think, we could go 2 or 3 days early.
Yeah.
So we had a site at the beginning. And a site. We don't want to come home. We had a site at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we do tend to plan a lot of things, as you can gather. So we're very sort of into planning. But on the Scottish tour, there's a couple of occasions where we will be wild camping. So for us, that's quite a sort of a step, you know.
Yeah, that's on Harris mainly, isn't it? Because obviously.
Yeah, because we're not quite sure where we're going to stay on Harris.
So
that's really out of the ordinary for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not knowing where we're going to stay.
No.
We're going to be a bit spontaneous there, so you'll have to watch what happens there.
Well, what happens? We were there 4 nights, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, because I booked the ferry coming back as well.
Yeah. And we're not sure which dogs are going to be coming with us, but Poppy's certainly going to be coming. Not sure which trips you're going to join us on, are we, T? Don't go. Talking about you.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Remember to hit the notifications option so you can get updates of when and where we go, and all our trips, and hopefully our help videos, hints and tips. And if we don't see you before, have a good Christmas.
Yeah, we're planning to do a review about a year.
Oh yeah, so the next video will probably be a review of the year, some of the highlights of the year. So
featuring Tara, probably.
Yeah, featuring Tara. Stop yawning, Tara. Right, so we'll catch up with you soon. Right, see you then.
Why does this always ding with a message every time we record something?
No.